Good morning, everyone. Before we get into this morning's update, I'd like to go over a quick synopsis of what we're going to discuss here in this morning's update. Right now, XRP is up about 0.5% to 49.5 cents. We've got Bitcoin up about 179 points, or 0.25% to 69,490 range. We've got the XRP Bitcoin pairing up about 0.25% to 713 sat level. As I continued to make my daily purchase yesterday, about $77 worth yesterday, as I just keep buying every single day to add to my position of XRP. And I've chosen to do it through the XRP Bitcoin pairing because I believe, just like with the gold silver ratio, the XRP to Bitcoin ratio is way undervalued. And I believe there's a significant opportunity that has been developing here. And personally, things are not as bad as they seem for XRP. We've maintained a consolidation within a 80-month consolidation with a 38 cent, right now we're 39 cent swing low where it could hit if we were to break down. To the top side resistance, it's around 64 to 65 cents. So we've converged within a 30 cent range here. And this pattern has to end by December of this year, December of 2024. With current economical issues, with current things going on in crypto, and things we found out about XRP and the ledger in particular, this is a very exciting time for XRP. If you were not part of the live yesterday, we talked about how tokenized gold and silver is going to be coming to the XRP ledger in Q3 of 2024. And this is not speculation. This is much more than speculation. And if you haven't seen it, I at least should offer you the fact that to see exactly what's going on. So there was a lot of news that came out yesterday about XRP ledger ready to adopt tokenized gold, silver in Q3. And this is on the backs of Meld Gold will bring gold and silver backed assets to the XRP ledger in coming months. And they are convertible at 1 gram per token of gold and silver. So if you buy 1 gram of gold, you would get 1 token on the XRP ledger of gold or 1 token on the XRP ledger of silver. You would need to have 31.1 tokens, as a troy ounce is about 31.1 ounces. So every 31 tokens you own would be 1 true ounce or 1 troy ounce of gold and silver through the XRP ledger, and it's fully redeemable for bullion to be delivered to your house. So that is something that's going to bring a massive amount of liquidity into the XRP ledger, in my opinion. And you couple that with, at the end of this year as well, they're talking about the stable coin that'll be released on the XRP ledger. So that's going to be another instance of where we get volatility and a lot of liquidity. So I think it's a very opportune time right now. I believe before 25 is a great time, but we're working into 2028. And we've said this since 2021. But the closer we get to 25, the more opportunity we'll see on being developed. I've talked about for 3 years about the tokenization on the XRP ledger for gold and silver. A lot of times I would get laughed at, but you know, it's a process. And now the process is playing true, and now we've got that word about tokenized gold and silver. We'll read just a tiny bit of that. But what I would like to read during this live after I get through the intro is we'll talk about XRP's price performance, how it is not as bad as it looks. And then we'll also talk about the 103% surge in volume as the market was selling off or faces a $410 million sell-off. So that is something that I really would like to get to as well. And at some point today, I don't think in this update, we're going to get to how Bitcoin price settles at 69,000 after dip wipes 1.3 billion in Bitcoin open interest. I may read that separate early in this afternoon, just to have a separate update with just that information. So make sure to hit that like button so YouTube recommends this update. By you hitting that like button, YouTube will recommend this update, and more people will be able to find their way to my community as we're closing in on 22,000 subscribers. It's a beautiful moment to see that, as we gained quite a bit of subscribers yesterday, which we go through rhythms. Some days we get some. It's been a few weeks since I've got any sustainability, so it was nice to see a little bit of a breakthrough yesterday in subscribers. So we'll see if we can get to 22,000 today or not, but we're very, very close. So if you are a fan of the show or you've been watching and you want to see more, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join the over 21,900 plus subscribers, as we're very close to 22,000. If you're looking to trade XRP, look in the video description below and or pinned comments. We've got BITUNIX, lowest spot and leverage trading fees in the USA. And you don't need to use a VPN whether you're in the USA or worldwide. And no KYC unless you send a receipt from a bank account. And then there's MEXC for the XRP Bitcoin pairing. They've got other things like Pikamoon and so on. But that's in the video description below and or pinned comments. But USA users are not going to be able to use that unless you're already signed up. And if you want to show me personal support, consider sending 1 YouTube super chat per month. Or I would love to see the army grow, Tom's army grow. I would love to see a new member with the emoji badge of me being abducted by aliens, so consider that as well by joining Tom's Army to help pay it forward. I'll catch you in a minute. Make sure to hit that like button, and I'll see you on the other side of the intro. Good morning, 8:47 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Sunday, June 9th, 2024. I'm XRP Future Millionaire with the side bet on XM and Future Digibyte OG, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So when I do an intro like that, it means I'm going to cover XRP, XLM, and DGB in the update. So just consider that when you hear me do an update like that. We're also going to look at Gala, as I do have a small position in Gala, a small leverage trade. It's just a 10x, but I'll go over that as well, as I talked briefly about it in the last couple days, how Gala was setting up a beautiful opportunity in my opinion. Right now, XRP in the 30-minute time frame has a nice engulfing candle. Hourly, we put in a nice push up here. We've got about 11 minutes left in this candle, but where we're closing right now would be a beautifully engulfing candle, and we could push our way up. We could be hunting towards one of two things with XRP. One, it looks like we have this small bull flag, and if we do end up able to break to the top side of this, let me just expand this out today. So, I mean, it looks like we would have something where we came down, got some kind of flag here that we're trying to break out of, and if we do, we're going to come back up here as we talk to retest the 52. It's right around 52 or 51.8 cents. It really looks like we're going to retest that 51.8 cents unless we come down to double bottom here in the, like I've been looking at the 30-minute. We could come for a double bottom down here, and it could do something like this and pull up, or it's just going to consolidate out and just swing up. So that's what we're looking at here this morning to see if XRP does have a retest with that cup and handle resistance. That was a support area at 51.8 cents. It looks more than logical for us to come up into that area. XRP on this chart, this is the overall bear flag that's set up here in the long scale. And we do have a mid-tier resistance up here at 537, which is still up there. But we need to break out of this formation to continue pushing up. 47.8 is the underneath support if you look at the 30-minute time frame where it did consolidate down. So we're putting a lot of stock into that area to see if it were to come down and it could hold there at like a double bottom. But right now, we're trying to press up here, and we'll see if we do push that 51.8 cents in due time. If we were to get over 51.8 cents and ended up back in that structure of the cup and handle, our next major resistance is going to be 53.7 cents. And then you follow that up by the 56.2 cents on the mid-tier handle resistance. But right now, we've got a lot of work to do. We're set up within this small bear flag. And then if you look on top of it, we're below the cup and handle formation. So we really need to get back up into that area. And it does look like a small bull flag formed here. In my opinion, and you know what? We could actually say in the 2 hourly, if we want to look at it from this perspective, that this is the bottom here. You could look at 49.1 cents. And then if that breaks, I think this is a more profound way to do it. And then if that breaks, then we would have to start looking at that 478. I really like this perspective. This is what I was looking at the first day, because in the 2 hourly, you can see the pull up here. So it's 491. And if that holds and breaks out of here, then it can push up to that 51.8. Otherwise, if it gets rejected here, then 478 would be the next support. So just pay attention to that very closely with XRP. I think this is a beautiful way to look at it. And then underneath is that 45.4 cents if this were to continue to break down. On the XRP Bitcoin pairing right now, it's bouncing off of the support structure here at the 709 sat level. Again, if this bounces off here, and this is a W reversal, it's forming on this what looks like a gigantic bull flag, the way it pulled down and up. I mean, you'd be talking about a reversal all the way back up towards that 797 sat level. We have a big resistance to get past that 740, but there is an opportunity that is setting up here. I continue to say this. I continue to be out in front of this, and I firmly believe that 2024 is the year of accumulation, and 23. And in 25, everything could change. There's so much stuff coming at the end of 24, between the tokenization of gold and silver on the ledger, between the SEC versus Ripple resolution coming by way of virtue or payment. We've got the Ripple stable coin coming by the end of 24. A lot of liquidity is going to come to the ledger. Make no mistake about it. Bitcoin's up almost 400 points to 69,700 now. It's going to make this play back up. I told everybody this looks like a bull flag here in the 2 hourly. This would be the low support. If we broke through there, then you'd have a little bit lower. 30-minute time frame looks slightly different as well. As if we look at this structure, we could clearly see we haven't broken down this yet. And now it looks like we're going to have a retest of around 70,370 if this continues to push up. If this continues to push up, we're going to have a very logical retest here, as that's a bull flag set up, and it seems like 70,300 is in the deck of cards. So pay attention to that for Bitcoin, as Bitcoin did break bullish out of a pennant flag consolidation. It just happened to get rejected by the expansion zone, but that doesn't mean we can't come back up. We're still on this inverse right shoulder or right arm, so if we can break past here, we're looking at 70,536 resistance, and then if we can get past there, it'd be a pretty big push up. It's about 7,000 points if we can get past there. If not, we could have about a 7,000 point drop to that 63,400 area. XLM's up 1.18% to 9.94 cents. XLM had a huge come down. We are majorly oversold in some of these time frames, so now we're starting to get some kind of a bounce here. 3 hourly's push back out of oversold, but we don't have a lot of volume is the only thing. If we do continue to push up for XLM, and we need some volume, because right now we're just retesting this breakdown and this downtrending resistance. What is going on here? How did that end up like that? That's not even in the right spot. Because that is the first downtrending resistance to use as support if it broke through, and it created a side pattern. But right now it's trying to bounce off this area. It's just, this gives us a very local support here. If we lose 964, we're talking about that 88 level, and it is firm. Right now these all are set up in little bull flag structures, which is interesting. So we'll see how it continues to play out. DGB's flat at 1033, 1.03 cents. These structures are almost identical in every single one of these cryptos. This one just happened to come down to create the double bottom. And if 105 holds, you're going to have some volatility back up. Now, is it going to hold? Is it starting to reverse back up? It looks like we're starting to flip bullish here in the shorter time frames after a huge consolidation. I mean, honestly, I'd be looking at the 107 mark for DGB if it does continue to play bullish. 1070, and then if it pushes past here, then you're going to retest and start talking about that 1200, 1.2 cent area. So definitely something to pay attention to this morning. Gale is up 1.5% here all of a sudden. Beautiful. As I had a targeted move, I bought it at 3773, and I did a 10x trade, $700 worth. And right now it's playing off exactly like I was seeing last night. When I started this update, it was 380 it was at. So it's come up to 385. Hourly's looking bullish. 2 hourly's breaking bullish. I'm looking for a retest up here around 392. So that's where I'm looking at first level to sell. But we are extremely oversold, which is why I jumped on this opportunity yesterday. And we'll see if this manages to pay out. It is up about 1.5% on the day. It seems like it's got a lot more room here. I'm looking for that first test at 3920, but if it breaks back above here, we got a major opportunity here that could develop here, as we're majorly oversold. Even in the 3-4 hourly, it's going to flip a little bit, but we're massively oversold. Even in the 2 hourly where it resettled, it was still oversold. We got about 4 minutes left in this candle, but we're starting to break into bullish territory. We bounced off of the breakout pattern if we pushed up, and then the technical target's 3920. So I'm looking for a push up to 3920. And from where we're at 385 level roughly. We'll just call it right here. It's about another 2% from here. So I'll see very carefully what happens here, but it's up 1.6%, and I hope that helps if you're trading Gale. I know Tanya was. So I really wanted to include that in this morning's update, as we are pushing a little bit of a bullish moment here on this Sunday morning as the weekly candle closes tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now that we're through the technical analysis, I really would like to read this. XRP surges 103% in volume as market faces 410 million sell-off. So the broader cryptocurrency market is currently facing a substantial sell-off amid the volatility. XRP has seen a dramatic surge in trading volume, rising 103%. The current sell-off has been brutal, many cryptocurrencies wiping out significant value in a short span. According to CoinGlass data, the sell-off has resulted in 410 million in liquidations in the last 24 hours, the highest total since mid-April. XRP trading volume has more than doubled in the last 24 hours, reaching 2.21 billion, showing increased interest and activity amongst traders. This surge in volume, up 103%, reflects the increasing attention on XRP amid broader market turmoil. The entire crypto market tumbled on Friday as investors assessed a strong non-farm payrolls number for May, raising concerns that the Federal Reserve may not lower interest rates as fast as predicted. Non-farm payrolls increased 272,000 in May, up from 175,000 in April, surpassing an estimate of 190,000. The unemployment rate, however, rose to 4% for the first time since January 2022. Many investors had hoped that Friday's report would show that the job market and economy were slowing, persuading the Fed to ease monetary policy and lower interest rates. XRP fell drastically in Friday's trading session due to macroeconomic developments, reaching lows of 45.4 cents before recovering marginally. At the time of writing, XRP was down 5.65% in the last 24 hours of 49.67 cents. The Fed is scheduled to meet next week, although rates are widely expected to remain steady, both then and in July. CME figures reveal that traders are pricing in 68% possibility of a rate cut in September. In the immediate term, a break above the daily moving average of 50 and 200 around 52.4 and 57.6 could imply a positive rebound. Meanwhile, further fall may target the 42.94 cent level as support in the short term. And then I really wanted to read this. XRP's price performance is not as bad as it looks. So Ripple affiliated XRP cryptocurrency has underperformed 90 out of the 100 biggest cryptocurrencies by market capitalization over the past 24 hours. Prominent trader Peter Brandt recently suggested that the price of XRP could end up plummeting to zero against Bitcoin. That said, the seemingly dismal price action might not be as bad as it looks. As noted by analyst Bill Morgan, these figures are highly skewed by the massive rally that the token experienced following Ripple's partial win against the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission last July. While XRP's price performance might not be that atrocious, the analyst is still puzzled by XRP's complete failure to sustain its momentum following the July court ruling. The better question is not why XRP price is underperforming other top 100 coins, but why the post-summary judgment price rise impact was not sustained and almost entirely lost, and why XRP is still trading at prices visited in 2018. Morgan said in a post on the X social media network, after U.S. District Judge Annalisa Perez ruled that XRP is a security only, when Ripple would sell it to institutional buyers, the price of the controversial token experienced a major rally. XRP surged to a 2023 peak of 94 cents on the Bitstamp exchange following the ruling. However, this renewed excitement surrounding XRP was very short-lived, with token collapsing 57% since the post-ruling peak. At press time, XRP is trading at 49 cents on the Bitstamp exchange. For comparison, the token peaked at roughly 71 cents in July of 2018, despite the fact that cryptocurrencies were in the middle of a bear market. While some community members have expressed concerns about Ripple's potentially artificially suppressing the price of the XRP token with its artificial sales, Morgan is convinced that this is not the case. As reported by You Today, Morgan has pointed out that Ripple offers no discounts to on-demand liquidity ODL customers, which means that the company's ODL sale have neutral impact on the company's price. So make sure to hit that like button if you appreciated this update. It'll allow YouTube to recommend this video. If you're trading, pay attention to the current surge that we're having, and just be aware of what can happen throughout the rest of the day, as we do have these retests of the drop points happening right now. 70,300 to 70,500 is a nice expected area for Bitcoin. If XRP comes back up to retest its drop point on the cup and handle, that's at 51.8 cents. So just pay very close attention. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and join the over 21,900 subscribers as we fastly approach 22,000, which is a beautiful thing to see. If you want to show me support, video description below and or pinned comments. You can join Tom's Army or send a YouTube super chat. Have a blessed morning, everybody. Don't forget to give thanks to your Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And if you made it until the end, hashtag be better, do better in the comments.